Welcome to the podcast of Finet SG with Xian Wei. My mission is to have a community of joy and prosperity, being enlightened of your consciousness while maintaining financial stability. Through the sharing of my own personal journey, I hope it inspires you to explore your own. Last episode, I was talking about having a passion in cars, but yet I moved into investment risk management business. So why? Why when I'm already in a passionate role, passionate job, a job that I'm passionate in, how come I still would like to make a change? Well, let's begin with a little background. My passion is in cars. I was enjoying myself a lot working for a European car company. I was really having very good times flying over to Europe, implementing digital projects onto cars and watching it go live. Imagine, the way I love cars is not so geeky in the sense I know the specs, I know how the power goes and all the nitty-gritty details or even tinkering of the car, but more so just as a lady, I would say, to really enjoy the smell, the G-force, the drive, the movement, and also the color, of course, and the shape. So I still am passionate about it, but there's a reason for wanting to move on, because if I was working for myself, probably maybe the income that I was earning was enough. But I guess if nothing major happens in my life as well. However, life is not just for myself. It would be quite impossible. All of us are interdependent, which is why there are two aspects in my sharing, as much as I can, to inspire you. So in the Asian culture, I would say responsibility is a big word. At least for myself, I am concerned sometimes about how people look at me. That was really in the past, and now I understand the inner engineering that is going through me, that I'm able to see past this need to think about what other people think about me. But it's quite apparent in the Asian culture, the word responsibility. Just want to share a perspective on this. You can also check with me or share with me what is your perspective when you can look for me on my Facebook. Well, the word responsibility I have picked up from Sadhguru, someone that I follow because of his way of living. I really enjoy learning a lot from all these philosophers or people who are very interested in crafting and designing their own life. So for Sadhguru, his definition on responsibility is very interesting. Firstly, I always view, maybe I can ask you, what is your definition of responsibility? Because a lot of times it talks about duty, maybe even sometimes burden, that you need to fulfill certain role, be responsible for certain things, take ownership. Take ownership is correct, but it's not supposed to feel like it's something that you carry on, It's actually, in a broader sense, the ability to respond. So in life, I guess we can't possibly do everything that we can think of. We have about 80,000 thoughts a day. But the ability to respond to everything is possible. Whatever actions you take at the end of the day will be alive in your material world. But the ability to respond is limitless. So that is the start or the window to how you can be more boundless and abundance in your thoughts and your thinking, and eventually make the decisions that gives you this joy and prosperity. For instance, if you think of someone that you love, and even if this person is no longer in this world, you can still have the ability to respond by loving the person or having a different emotion for this person. So this is one. And the reason why I think about this word responsibility a lot, because it really comes into the practical sense, maintaining financial stability as well. My personal view is that in terms of gaining the consciousness, being enlightened, following the higher consciousness better, whatever you may call it. Some of you may have a religion on it, some of you may have called it a different power. But in actual, for me personally, it's important for me to also maintain a financial stability as I seek for answers. Because making money, is like oxygen, I would say. Because is oxygen critical to you? It's very important for survival, right? But do you actually worry about whether there's enough oxygen tomorrow? So why not? Most of you might have answered, no, I'm not really worried about tomorrow, whether there's enough oxygen. The reason is because oxygen is in abundance and not in shortage. That's why you don't have to think about it. It's critical, but you don't have to think about it all the time. So I would also say money is in this way. You cannot buy everything. You cannot buy happiness, maybe. But it's critical for survival. You gotta get on. You gotta have something with you that keeps your sanity as you explore. That's how I view it to be. That's why I still take very big importance in building my wealth while gaining this enlightenment of higher consciousness and having a community of people together with my loved ones and friends to live life with joy and prosperity. And because of that, I am going to move on to the next episode where it talks about the hidden gems of asset allocation. From the next episode, I will be able to share what are the things or why is asset allocation a hidden gem. Stay tuned and I will see you again. Thank you. Goodbye.